Good morning. Welcome to our Sunday Live Dharma. My name is Miguel, and I will share a reflection of the retreat that we have from my perspective, in case that you're asking, how is this retreat? If your life is out of balance and your heart is open to change and grow, this retreat is for you, if you're willing to put the effort that is required. You will feel the forest energy and will be connected with nature, yourself, and others around you. You will see how your experience will help others, and a spring will grow in your heart. But if you ask me what I remember about this retreat, is when Reverend Won Buddhist told me to stand still in top of the mountain and do nothing. This morning, we're going to contemplate on awakening. Let us begin by reciting the Essential Dharma of Daily Practice on page 11. Essential Dharmas of the Daily Practice. The mind is originally free from disturbance, but disturbances arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the equanimity of our true nature by letting go of disturbances. The mind is originally free from delusion, but delusions arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the wisdom of our true nature by letting go of delusions. The mind is originally free from wrongdoing, but wrongdoings arise in response to sensory conditions. Let us restore the precepts of our true nature by letting go of wrongdoings. Let us replace disbelief, greed, laziness, and ignorance with belief, zeal, questioning, and dedication. Let us turn resentment into gratitude. Let us turn dependency into self-reliance. Let us turn reluctance to learn into willingness to learn well. Let us turn reluctance to teach into willingness to teach well. Let us turn lack of public spirit into eagerness to serve the good of all. Now please stand up behind your mats and let us join in a happy relaxation Qi Gong movement by Reverend Sean.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to Sunday meditation service, Dharma service. Let's start with loosening ourselves, rotating our ankles. Reverse. Change our feet. Reverse. Okay, let's rub our hands. Gather our warm, loving, kind energy on our palms. You feel the warmth, the energy gathering. Let's put up this energy gently on our knees. Rub our knees. Let's rotate our knees, inward, outward, or left or right. Oh. Reverse. Okay, good. Let's come up, support our back with our hands, rotate our waist slowly. Feel your spine, each vertebra stretched. Reverse. Okay, good. Let's put our hands on our shoulders. Rotate our elbows. Open up our heart and chest wide. Reverse. Let's make circle big this time. Okay, good. Clasp our hands are behind our body. Let's breathe in deep. Breathe out, stretch your neck to the side. Breathe back in, back to center. To the other side, breathe out, stretch. Breathe in. This time let's look up, stretch, breathe out. Breathe back in, back to center. This time breathe out, look down, stretch. As we breathe in, let's rotate up to the one side, slowly. At the top, breathe out, rotate down. Reverse, in, up, out, and down. One more time on each side, in and up. Out and down. In and out. Good. Let's shake off our hands, your wrists, elbows, shoulders. Don't force your body to shake off it. Let go of your every tension on your shoulders, especially on your neck and shoulder. Bouncing knees. Shake off whole body. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out your mouth. In and release. Let's shake off a little more intensely. Shake off everything away. Let's slowly come to standing. Shake off if any left. You may close your eyes. Settle your breath. This time, let's put our feet grounded, shoulder width apart, to the ground. Let us breathe in, breathe out. Let's say this, breathe in, and just release. You don't have to force your breath out, just let them go. Let the breath in, just release. And let us breathe in, breathe out, in. Let's stand on your toes this time as you hold your breath and make circle in front of your heart, chest, and bring it down. Sink your tailbone down a little bit, touch your belly button, bring it up. Stand on your toes, down, touch your thighs. Let's go down a little more. This time touch your knees. Your palms facing each other. Don't force your breath. This time shins. Let's touch your feet. Let's come up a little bit. This time touch your knees. Your thighs. Your lower belly. Breathe in and breathe out. This time let's breathe in, hands up to the side, and stretch your arms like drawing arrow. Stretch your fingers. Release. Back to center, hands down. In and up to the other side. Stretch. Even your fingers stretched. Hold it there. And release. Back to center, down. One more time, in to the other side. Stretch. Hold it there. And release. One last time to the other side. Hold it. Hold it and release. Let's breathe in, arms to the side, to the sky, and release. One more time. And release. Let's put our feet together. One more time, breathe in. Palms together. Bring it down as you breathe out. Now let us offer 4 bows, either standing or full bows. You may stand behind your mat and use your mat for knee padding.
With gratitude, I bow to the grace of heaven and earth, honoring the infinite source of marvelous existence. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of parents, ancestors, and everyone who has given me life and nurtured me. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of fellow beings, embracing the truth of interconnectedness. With gratitude, I bow to the grace of laws, which guides us to develop justice and freedom through Dharma and universal principles. Meditation is simple and easy. Please take time to find your most comfortable position. Wiggle to release any tension you are holding. Gently rock back and forth until you feel balanced and centered. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Breathe in deeply and release your breath fully. Let your mind settle onto your lower belly. This is the home of your Tanshan, your Qi energy center. Abide in your Danshan and focus your breath there. As your mind and body settles, gradually and gently straighten your spine. As you do, you may feel your chest and heart opening. Look straight ahead and then let your eyelids relax. Softly align your ears with your shoulders and let your shoulders melt downwards. Enjoy the sensation of your arms and hands relaxing. If your face or body begins to itch, simply let the itching pass. If your legs ache unbearably, you may change your position very slowly and quietly to honor your practice and the silent practice of those near you. When thoughts arise in your mind, do not be disturbed or play with them. When left alone, they will simply disappear. Continue to bring your awareness back to your danchan and breathe. When your mind is calm, concentrated, perfectly focused, and at peace, you will rest in the realm of samadhi, deep meditation. As we meditate, may our ever calm, ever bright spirit be with us.
Page 4. Yeongju prayer chant. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth settles in my being. My spirit penetrates all things as my mind wills. Heaven, earth, and I become one. I am one, the way of heaven and earth. 영주 천지영기야 신정 원사요의 아심통 천지여와 동일체하여 정지동심정 천지영기야 신정 원사요의 아심통 정지여와 동일체하여 정지동심정 정지영기야 심정 만사요의 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 아심통 정지여와 동일체하여 정지동심정. Prayer for world peace. Grace
Grace of heaven and earth, grace of parents, grace of fellow beings, grace of laws. O Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, may we take refuge in Dharma and be filled with compassion and wisdom. May we transform delusion into wisdom, greed into generosity, resentment into gratitude, discord into harmony, and hatred into compassion. May all nations grow and benefit mutually. May the strong help the weak, and may the weak learn and evolve according to Dharma. May all those who have died from world conflicts and disasters be delivered through all obstacles and be at rest. May there be peace throughout the world, and may all beings enjoy tranquility and happiness, living in their original true nature. This we pray with our whole hearts.
sincerely and truly, when my hands touch the world, when my feet walk on the earth, when my voice echoes through the hills, and in all realms where my heart and mind reach, that we all together share true affinity for attaining great enlightenment and for helping all living beings. Page 9, Sutra Chanting. 일원상바. Ilwan is the realm of samadhi beyond words and speech, the gateway of birth and death, transcending being and non-being, the origin of heaven and earth, parents, fellow beings, and laws, true nature of all Buddhas, enlightened masters, unenlightened people, and sentient beings. Ilwan manifests as both permanence and impermanence, viewed as permanence. Ilwan unfolds into an infinite world that is ever abiding, spontaneous, just as it is. Viewed as impermanence, till one unfolds into infinite worlds through the cycle of formation, duration, decay, and extinction of the universe, and the birth, aging, illness, and death of all beings. According to how we use our minds and bodies in the four forms of birth, we transform through the 6 realms of existence, progressing or regressing with grace, arising from harm or harm from grace. Therefore we unawakened beings vow to practice wholeheartedly, modeling ourselves after Ilwan Sangha, Dharma, Kaya, Buddha, by cultivating our minds and bodies deeply, knowing human affairs and universal principles thoroughly, and using our minds and bodies skillfully, thus progressing rather than regressing, and receiving grace rather than harm, until we attain the great empowerment of Ilwan and become one with the nature of Ilwan. Dharma Contemplation on Great Awakening. Today we will read the Dharma of Ilwan, the Truth of Ilwan Song, page 12. The Truth of Ilwan Song is a beautiful, profound illustration from our founding teacher Sotaesan about his great awakening. This passage guides us to contemplate the essence of universal truth, the oneness of duality and non-duality. After each reading, 3 times we'll pause in silent contemplation. Page 12, the Truth of Ilwan Song. Ilwan, one circle, is the original source of all things in the universe, the mind seal of all the Buddhas and sages, and the original nature of all sentient beings, the realm where there is no discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being, the realm where there is no change amid arising and ceasing, coming and going, the realm where wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences have ceased, the realm where language, names, and signs are utterly void. Through the light of the void and calm, numinous awareness, the discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being appears, whereupon the distinction between wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences comes into being. Language, names, and signs also become obvious, so that the triple words in the 10 directions appear like a jewel in hand. Thus, the creative transformations of the true voidness and marvelous existence freely conceal and reveal themselves through all things in the universe, throughout vast eons without beginning. This is the truth of Ilwan's Song. For the second reading, Zoe will read for us.
Ilwan, one circle, is the original source of all things in the universe, the mind seal of all the Buddhas and sages, and the original nature of all sentient beings, the realm where there is no discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being, the realm where there is no change amid arising and ceasing, coming and going, the realm where wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences have ceased, the realm where language, names, and signs are utterly void. Through the light of the void and calm, numinous awareness, the discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being appears, whereupon the distinction between wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences comes into being. Language, names, and signs also become obvious, so that the triple worlds in the 10 directions appear like a jewel in hand. Thus, the creative transformations of true voidness and marvelous existence freely conceal and reveal themselves through all things in the universe throughout vast eons without beginning. This is the truth of Il Wan Sang.
The truth of Il Wan Sang together. Il Wan, one circle, is the original source of all things in the universe, the mind seal of all the Buddhas and sages, and the original nature of all sentient beings, the realm where there is no discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being, the realm where there is no change amid arising and ceasing, coming and going, the realm where wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences have ceased, the realm where language, names, and signs are utterly void. Through the light of the void and calm, numinous awareness, the discrimination regarding great and small, being and non-being appears, whereupon the distinction between wholesome and unwholesome karmic consequences comes into being. Language, names, and signs also become obvious, so that the triple worlds in the 10 directions appear like a jewel in hand. Thus, the creative transformations of true voidness and marvelous existence freely conceal and reveal themselves through all things in the universe, throughout vast eons without beginning. This is the truth of Il Wan Sang. Ilwansang, one circle image, the symbol of truth. This passage, the truth of Ilwansang, is the most succinct and powerful description about the attribute of truth. I guarantee if you keep contemplating on this, you will be greatly enlightened. So I hope you will continue to contemplate, discuss, and meditate on this. If you have any thoughts to share, please feel free to bring to us. And if we summarize this passage, here is the mantra. We are one, we are whole. So the chanting goes like this. We are one, we are whole. 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 From this one heart connectedness, and from the place and space that we are complete, no lacking, no overflowing, let us bow to our true nature, true self, and to our friends next to us. Now let's stretch legs. Anyone first time at this temple today? Wow, welcome. My name is Won Gong. For the last 17 years, I have been leading a week-long retreat at Southern Dharma Retreat Center in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. For me, the silent retreat each year in early April, when nature is awakening, has been a most meaningful way to honor our founding teacher Sotaesan's great awakening. It was a great joy to be with 30 sincere, dedicated practitioners for a week. Earlier in the service, Miguel shared his thoughtful reflections. Now please welcome Emily, John, and Carol, who will share their experiences of this retreat.
In nature, our true nature. When I first found out about the retreat, I had just started here at Won Temple, and I came for the Sangha, the community. And when I found out about a silent retreat in the mountains, I said, sign me up. When I first arrived, the setting took your breath away. The only word I can use to describe it is wow. Then I came into a small room where we would all share our meals, and there were so many people. And my mind began to wander. How am I going to be silent with all of these people? What about the schedule? What about meals? What do I bring? How do I be quiet and still? There were so many questions. In our opening ceremony, Reverend Won Gong reminded us, no expectations, just be here now. Be slow, be mindful, and be intentional. While I was there, I learned new meditation tools, received profound understanding, awareness. I began to critically analyze my thoughts and root out some of the ego in me. I studied Won Buddhism principles, and I found out that I have a Buddha in me. I also found out that I enjoy yard work. One of our fellow Buddhas shared a Dharma Talk where she said, cultivate your mind garden. And as I was cultivating, I was actually eradicating an invasive species, which was more fitting for the analogy. I was pulling them out by the roots, and I was slowly cultivating my mind garden by also cultivating the mountain. And that brings me to my fellow Buddhas. I learned gentle, loving, sincere kindness, respect, acceptance. We moved in synchronicity, all respecting each other's space. We were whole, we were one. I learned to see my mind as a glass of muddy water, and as you're still, the sediment settles to the bottom. I learned that we are already awake. We just have to remember. And I learned that I am experiencing a new spring. On that mountain, on the last day, we made our vows. I vowed to continue my spiritual journey, to listen more and speak less, to be still like the mountain, and to share my true nature in the spirit of Sangha.
wonderful. And the retreat was wonderful. Oh, microphone. See, I still have yogi brain. It was wonderful, Won Gong. I experienced a lot that reinforced the truth of the teachings. I had a few ideas of what to say about reflection, but I thought, what's the point? That's a serious question. What's the point of driving 5 hours, living in a wooden hut in my case, or a tent in Miguel's case, in mostly horribly English weather, and being mindfully silent for 13 hours a day for 6 days? That's about 80 hours overall. Today we probably did maybe 30 minutes. And if you come here once a week, it would take nearly 3 years to experience the same amount of mindful silence, but with all the hubbub of daily life getting in the way. The teachings we receive here, such as the Heart Sutra, are written pointers to our true nature, our nature right now. But these pointers are limited because, as the Heart Sutra tries to explain with concepts, our true nature is beyond concepts. That doesn't mean it is in the future or somewhere else, just beyond the ability of language to explain. So we need direct, internal, subjective experiences that we can notice without concepts getting in the way. They are likely to be subtle and easily overlooked. Meditation quietens the mind so that we can notice these preconceptual or non-dual moments that are always occurring. Such moments will often be noticed during the most ordinary of activities, such as while hearing the bird song during morning meditation, but only being aware of hearing happening, no identification of what is being heard. Or the effortless and automatic way that the dishes got washed, when egos are taken out of the picture with noble silence. Or the oneness experienced during the many moments of laughter. Then we can revisit the pointers and say, that's what that means, and see our nature more accurately than before. That's the point.
Thank you, John and Emily. For me, this retreat, my 6th, was marvelous and transformative. Driving along the snaky mountain road to the retreat center through countless zigzagging turns, it dawned on me that the way to the retreat was an allegory for the retreat. The narrow, tortuous, rocky path with its sharp drop-offs provided limited visibility of what was coming. It invoked anxiety that required focus, calm, will, courage, and an open-hearted trust to continue on. But ultimately, by keeping on the right path, as Emily mentioned, a great treasure appeared. The delightful sights and sounds of clear, fresh, green, grassy Nell nestled in the forest trees. This retreat provided me with so many awe-inspiring experiences that it's hard to choose just a few to highlight. If I had to sum it up in one sentence, I'd say that in nature, in silence, with others, gave me the focused space and time to wholeheartedly live the threefold study with devotion. Through sitting, walking, chanting, eating, and moving meditations, we cultivated deep equanimity. observing and listening deeply to fellow retreatants' Dharma talks, koans, scripture, Won Gong, and our own thoughts and feelings as they arose, we fostered wisdom. Sharing space and resources together with kindness, we practiced mindful actions. A key message we learned in Sotasan's words: if people look at this world in the right spirit, there will be nothing in it that is not scripture. Therefore, read first the living scripture of reality. And in fact, viewing things with right spirit by slowing down and being present, each activity at the retreat conveyed a Dharma lesson. The dogwood tree unfolding in the fullness of its time each day taught me about patience and awakening. Retreatants sharing their profound wisdom, sincere vulnerability, and healing taught me about interconnectedness and enabled me to hold my own painful feelings and habitual thought patterns while understanding that my mistakes are a part of my humanity, which is a gift. Practicing hand mudras, I felt the profound spring mountain Qi energy between my palms and in my Tanjung when Won Gong said, "There is so much power in our hands." And I saw how true that was. I was overcome with a deep, abiding peace at that moment that felt like it had always been there and would never end. My essence, my true nature. Undoubtedly, the most extraordinary element of the retreat was Won Gong. If you think she is a force of nature here, she is truly in her element on retreat in the Blue Ridge Mountains. Witnessing her unceasing and selfless devotion to skillfully and mindfully, spontaneously craft, moment to moment, a non-judgmental, loving environment enabled participants to trust, heal, transform, and flourish, and this inspired me deeply. In her talk at the end of the last day, I felt like Won Gong was packing up a little goodie bag of wise words and compassionate thoughts for each of us to take home. At the end, she sang a soulful, haunting Korean song. Are we not meant to meet again, to walk as one upon the path? This is the reunion we have been longing for. So attuned was Won Gong to the spring mountain energy that as she finished the song, nature responded with the brief, watery, percussive contribution to the tune of a torrential rain on the roof for 60 seconds. Readying to leave, a retreatant asked the center director how to handle the difficult road on the way back out. The director gave some tips for maneuvering the road and provided reassurance that people don't find it as arduous going out as they do coming in. At first, I took this to mean that the road itself in the opposite direction had fewer physically challenging features. But then I realized this was not the case. It was the same road, as narrow, windy, steep, and challenging in the original direction. It was the drivers, us, who were different. We were now looking at the world with the right spirit, accepting all parts of the road as holy Dharma.
Wow, that's beautiful sharing. Who would like to go to the retreat next time? Yay! Wow, that's great. You can plan in a year. In a year, in April next year, we go to the mountain retreat. In October, also we go to upstate, the beautiful, the One Dharma Center, retreat center. So you will have two options to choose. We can go 2 retreats. Week-long retreat is very powerful. Also, we have other friends who joined this retreat here in our audience. Please stand up. Tiffany, Jacob, Melissa, Vivian, Bob, Mijang. Give them a big applause. Thank you. And I bet we have some other retreatants who joined us. They are also joining us live streaming. Announcement. In Won Buddhism, we call April the month of Great Awakening. On April 28 in 1916, our founding teacher Sotaesan attained his great enlightenment and Won Buddhism was born. Thanks to that event, I am here with you. You are here with us. April is the biggest month of celebration for One Temple communities throughout the whole wide world. On April 28, we celebrate several things. First, Sotaesan's Great Awakening. Second, the beginning of Won Buddhism. Third, reverends' birthdays as our spiritual rebirth. And the great potential in each of us for our own great awakening. Would you like to attain great awakening, Neil, Bell? Sure, why not? So on April 28, please save that day. The last Sunday of this month, we will have a very special service at 10 a.m. to celebrate the birthday of Won Buddhism, but also we're going to magnify the great potential in each of us. So how we deeply look at the potential and this journey of great awakening and many awakening moments. And also from 12 to 4 p.m., we'll have our annual Spring Open House. We hope you will join us. Would you join us? Thank you.
Thank you all for practicing with us today. Here are some more awesome upcoming events. Our Won Buddhism introduction class, Won Buddhism 101, will be held this afternoon in person at the Raleigh Temple from 2 to 4:30, followed by tea and refreshments. Children Meditation Guides Workshop, 12:30 to 2, April 20th, Saturday. Would you like to learn how to lead meditation for children or help with our children's meditation services or summer camp? If you have interest, please join us for this workshop. It will be fun. A mini retreat for young adults will be held in person at the Chapel Hill Temple on Saturday, May 4th. And there's more information out in the foyer. If you are in our community email group, you will receive updates on all of these programs. You can check out our website, and we appreciate our subscription to our, you can check out our website, and we appreciate our subscription to our YouTube. You will be reminded to access great resources with rich content. We always appreciate your kind donations, which make our work possible. Now let us bless each other with our morning prayer song on page 13.
Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day in your presence. Today full of health and with peace of mind, may I walk along the path of the Buddha. Dharmakaya Buddha, fourfold grace, I begin a new day with your grace. Today gratefully and with gentle words, may I live in harmony with all those I meet. Dharmakaya Buddha, We say thank you in Korean. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
Let's wave our hands to our online friends who joined us. Oh, here children come as well.